Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my pre-op, basically a little story time about the things that I've experienced, that I've gone through. Hopefully it can give you some tips and some advice on how to go about starting your bariatric weight loss journey. I do just want to start off by saying, of course, not everyone who's overweight has the same story, of course. For me, I've been overweight since I was a child, literally under the age of 10. I've always been bigger, carrying that on into my teens, and then as I became like a young adult, I tried to start changing my eating habits, but that never worked, and I couldn't understand why nothing was ever working until recently. I've done all types of diets. I've had a personal trainer, I've gone to the gym, I've worked out every day, and literally I've never lost more than 20 pounds at a time, and it never stayed off when I would lose weight. Probably from the age of like 17 until now, I'm 27, so 10 years of trying to lose weight on my own. 2017, I decided to go ahead and start my journey, my bariatric weight loss journey. Prior to December 2017, when I started to see the dietitian, I had hired a personal trainer and I was working out. I had changed my eating habits, and I had tried the keto diet, I had tried the liquid diet, I had tried the soup diet, which is kind of like the liquid diet, no carbs, no whites. I tried a lot of things, but 2017 I was just like trying to buckle down and lose weight. But I couldn't. I literally couldn't. Even though I was exercising every single week, I didn't lose more than maybe 15 pounds in the year of 2017. April of 2017 is when I got the personal trainer. I was working, and you know, I was very active. I was so active from maybe the years 2015 to 2017. I was just really consistently active. I had gained muscle, but I was not really losing that much weight. So December 2017, I had told myself, like, if all of this that I've tried isn't working, I'm just gonna go ahead and do bariatric surgery. And I don't know, I didn't know where to start, so I just talked to my primary care physician and I told her, hey, I think I really want to do the gastric bypass. I'm not getting gastric bypass. I'm actually getting the sleeve. But I told her I think I want to do gastric bypass. You know, it's the most popular one that many people know about. You know, someone always has a friend or a cousin or aunt who got gastric bypass. And my doctor had talked to me about it before. She really wanted me to consider it because I have so many chronic illnesses, and being overweight makes them all worse. In the time that I had tried to lose weight, my diabetes had gotten way worse. My migraines had gotten worse. My asthma had gotten worse. Everything, it was just like building up, and it's been really hard to live my day-to-day life with all of my chronic illnesses. So my doctor had already suggested that I do some type of major weight loss surgery, and I was just like, I can do it on my own. I'm young. But in April of 2017, going to the gym, I actually tore a muscle. At least that's what we believed it was. Now it's looking like it's something more serious than a torn muscle. We're here now in 2019, and I'm still having issues when it comes to walking and sitting for too long. December 2017, I went to my first dietitian appointment, and she was amazing. My blood sugars were out of control. I was not in control at all, despite all of my effort. It was really high. My A1C was extremely high. It's supposed to be, I believe, around 6.5. When it comes to my diabetes, my A1C was 12, and it was just getting worse and worse. So everything was being affected by that. My eyesight, my skin. Now I still have like really dry skin because of it. Diabetes causes dry skin. It causes your eyesight to get worse. It causes neuropathy. It causes all types of things. When your diabetes is out of control, your body is literally like fighting against itself to do day-to-day things. So that's what I was experiencing. So my dietitian at that point helped me so much. I was told that my insurance required 6 months of dietitian supervised visits, weight loss visits, and I did those 6 months. Those 6 months seemed to go by pretty fast. I was ready to, you know, talk to a surgeon, and my dietitian gave me some suggestions of what surgeon to go with. So this is 2018 now. It's 6 to 7 months later, and I go to my doctor's office and they sent me to a different place I'm not gonna name because I ran into a lot of issues at this place. They sent me to a weight loss program. At this weight loss program, there were different surgeons. I chose the surgeon who did a seminar that I attended, a weight loss seminar. I just thought that he spoke really well, and I was just like, oh, that's my surgeon, like, he's great. So I did a consultation with him, and this is where things started to go downhill for me. It was about maybe spring of 2018. It wasn't summer yet. At my consultation, the surgeon came in. I'm not gonna name him, like I said, because it was just I didn't enjoy my time there, and I don't want to seem like I'm bashing them because this was just my experience. He came in the consultation. I had never talked to the man. I had never, met him face to face besides watching him give a speech at the weight loss seminar that I attended. So, and remind you guys, I already did 6 to 7 months of dietitian supervised visits. First thing he says when he comes in is, this isn't about your looks, right? And I was just taken aback, like, what? Because it was like the first thing he said to me. He was just like, this isn't about your looks. You shouldn't do this if you're just trying to look good. And I was like, well, first of all, in my head, I'm like, how do you know? You don't even know what my situation is. Like, in my head, I've always been big. I look good already. I'm used to how I look. And that's another thing when it comes to confidence. People always think bigger people have no confidence. But in my head, I look good already. I'm doing this for my health. And that's exactly what I told him. I was just like, I'm not here to look good. I'm here for my health. And he goes, oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad you've decided to do this for your health because your diabetes is really bad. You have all these chronic illnesses, migraines, asthma, fibromyalgia. So he's just like going down the list of things that I'm dealing with, and I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, I do. Then he goes, all right, so let's get you started on your dietitian supervised visits. Your insurance requires 6 months worth of these supervised weight loss visits. And I said, whoa, pause, whoa, what do you mean? I'm here because I've already done over 6 months of weight loss supervised visits with a dietitian. And he was just like, no. And I was like, yes. He's like, we don't have her notes. So he went back and forth and with his staff, because he's like, doesn't she have to see our dietitian at our program? And his staff's like, yeah, and plus her insurance requires it, and we don't have her notes. So my dietitian had told me that she sent over the notes. So while I hear them talking, I'm like emailing her like, can you send your notes right now? So she sends her notes again. They come and they tell me, we can't accept her notes because she's not part of our program. We don't even know if she's licensed. She was. They were just giving me excuses of why I had to do another 6 months. So I told them, we can schedule me for my first sit down with your dietitian. However, I'm gonna see if I have other options. So when I talked to my family, they were just like, Shan, just stick with him. You'll be done in no time. You'll still have your surgery before this year is over. So I stuck with them. I did about 5 months with them. So 5 months later is where this all comes to a head, and I completely ditched them. So I had gained 2 pounds. It wasn't even a full 2 pounds. It was about 1.2 pounds. And I went in for my weight loss visit, my supervised weight loss visit. I got on the scale. I was 1.2 pounds heavier. And the nurse proceeds to tell me, yeah, we're gonna have to start you over. Instantly, I started crying because I was just like, what do you mean you have to start me over? She goes, you gained weight. Do you want to try taking off your bra? I'll reweigh you. So I did that. It only had gone down like that 0.2 pounds. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I have all of these illnesses that caused me to gain weight. Now, I didn't mention that with my previous dietitian that I went to, she had helped my A1C come all the way down to 9. It's supposed to be at like 6 point something. I was at 12. She was such a great dietitian that it was now at 9. So when that happens, you gain weight. When you're taking your insulin, when you're, taking all your medications, eating right, you're gonna gain weight because that's how diabetes works. That's how insulin works. So I'm telling them, you guys, this makes no sense. Why are you starting me over at month 1? I'm at month 5. I'm supposed to be having surgery next month. And so they're like, that's just how our program works. That's how your insurance works. your insurance controls what we do with you, and they're just, you know, blaming it on my insurance and saying all of this stuff, and I just didn't want to hear it. I went off on the nurse. I told her, this isn't moral what you're doing. You guys, what do you do with your patients who are on 6 to 7 to 10 medications that cause them to gain weight? What about the patients who have thyroid issues? And she's just like, they would all have to start over. I said, if they gained a pound, you would start them over at month 1. Let's say they were at month 6. And she says, yeah, that's just how insurances work, and that's just how our program works. So I told her, all right, I'm done, I'm leaving. So I grabbed my stuff, and she's like, wait, let's see if we can schedule you for your next month. You don't want to mess this up. I said, you know what, you can schedule me, but I'm not returning, but you can schedule me just in case. I'm thinking in my head, just in case like my family talks me back into it, into staying. So they scheduled me, and I was crying, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Basically how their program works is that I can be at month 6. If I gain any weight, they would restart me at month 1, and I would have to do 6 more months. You get, so I would just have to keep restarting and restarting and restarting if I gain any weight, which is guaranteed I would, because I'm getting my diabetes under control, and I'm on 3 different medications for my diabetes that, guess what, one of the main side effects were weight gain. So I left in tears and talked to my family, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Here's where things started to look up. My mom was really ill, and she has CHF, and she was in the hospital around this exact same time. So I went to visit my mom at a different facility. Turned out they wanted to give her emergency bariatric surgery within 2 days of her staying in the hospital. She said yes, and she had the surgery. Now, before my mom had gastric bypass, I met her surgeon. I was in her hospital room just, you know, visiting her, and her surgeon walks in, and we're gonna do like a really quick pre-op visit with you right now. And my mom's like in the hospital bed, and they're going over all this information, and the surgeon's talking. And so I asked the surgeon, I said, hey, if I switch to your program, will you guys make me start over if I gain a pound? And she goes, no, who would do that? Why are you asking? So my mom goes, for a year now, she has been trying to get bariatric surgery at another facility, and they've restarted her twice now. The surgeon was just so sympathetic, and she's like, no, we don't do that. Like, I really question their morals. And the surgeon holds my hand. She grabs me, and she says, become my patient. And I was like, what? And she goes, switch over, transfer all of your information, your entire chart, just come over to my facility, my weight loss program. And so I was just like, yeah, anything's better than what I just experienced for like 8 months. I immediately called over, and I was like, I want to switch. I'm never coming back to this facility. I want my chart. They were lagging so much, and my surgeon was like, you know what, we're just going to start you off as a new patient. She goes, your mom's going to have the surgery. It's going to be great for her, and within the next couple of months, I promise you, Shantanese, you're going to have your surgery. And I was just like, what? I didn't believe that. I couldn't believe everything was just moving so fast, and compared to the weight loss program I was a part of, it was just like a dream. It was like, what? So I'm in my mom's room freaking out, and she's freaking out. She's happy for me. We're happy for her. You know, she's having her surgery in 2 days, and then I'm switching over to have my surgery, and it was just crazy. All of a sudden we get a knock on the door, and they say, I'm in my mom's room in the hospital. We get a knock on the door, and they're like, oh, I'm looking for Shantanese. And I'm like, that's me. So they go, oh, the surgeon sent up a new patient packet for you. You can basically just fill this out, take it up to them, and we'll go from there. Guys, little did I know, the surgeon liked me so much that she completely skipped my consult visit. Like, she counted that meeting where she was holding my hand and convincing me to switch over. She counted that as my consultation meeting. Little did I know, my insurance also changed. My previous weight loss program decided not to tell me I did not have to do 6 months worth of weight loss supervised visits. My insurance changed it to where I only needed 1 month of supervised weight loss visits. And they weren't telling anyone at that program, so I just was so upset. I was like, why are they doing this to people? And my surgeon told me, she said she thinks it's all about money, which makes so much sense because of the way they were doing things, and they just always wanted you to come in for visits. Like, for what? why? I've already been coming here for over 6 months. You guys have stalled me for 8 months now. What's going on? So it was all about money, and I'm just putting it behind me because now I'm somewhere way better. And here we are. My mom had her gastric bypass November 30th. Now it's gonna be March 18th, and I will be having my bariatric sleeve done. So we decided not to go with the gastric bypass because it's very drastic and I am still pretty young. So we're doing the sleeve. I'm looking at it as just a restart, you guys. I had my first visit with them after the holidays. So in January I had my first visit with them, and now it's March. Literally 2 months later, I'm having my surgery. Had I stayed at that old weight loss program, they would have restarted me a bunch of times. It was a lot of fat shaming going on at that old program and victim blaming. They were just like, what's going on in your life that you're not losing weight? And that they literally said that to me, and I'm like, you have my chart, you see what's going on in my life. My diabetes is out of control. It's getting under control. I have fibromyalgia. I have this tear in my muscle. I can't move, so there's no exercising going on. So basically, I'm having my surgery on Monday. It's Friday. I wanted to get this video out way sooner, but time has gone by so fast. But anyway, I'm really excited. I'll be having my surgery. I love my surgeons. I have like such a close relationship with them now. They've given me their number. There's 2 of them. Another thing that I love is that my surgeon, the main surgeon, is one of the greatest bariatric surgeons in the United States. She's worked on movie stars, she's worked on newscasters, she's worked on all type of people, really famous people, because she's one of the best. People actually come from different countries to have her work on them. When it comes to pre-op, it's really simple. They just really go over like your insurance, they go over what you're going to be doing after the surgery. So at this weight loss program, I don't have to do the 2 weeks of a liquid diet. I can eat Sunday. Like I said, it's Friday now. My surgery's on Monday. They want me to eat breakfast on Sunday and then do liquids for the rest of Sunday. And that's it. And then I wake up Monday and I'm having surgery. I'm not on a liquid diet at all. I'm still eating normally, unless you want to count Sunday as the liquid diet, because I get to eat a light breakfast and then I'm doing, I guess, a liquid diet on Sunday, the day before the surgery. So in 2 days, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna have like a yogurt or something, and then I'm going to do liquids for the rest of the day. I can even drink water up to 2 hours before my actual surgery, which is also awesome. Something that I love about the surgeons in this weight loss program is how they take a personal interest in you. They remember you, they remember your name. You're not just a patient, you're actually someone that they're helping through this journey, you know. They don't want you to just have a surgery and then stop seeing them. They actually want you to continue to come afterward. They completely, like, they call it babying my mom. She saw them every single week. I won't have to see them every week, but my mom was a special case because within this weight loss program, since they're literally one of the best weight loss programs, they're creating little areas. So they have a pediatric bariatric weight loss program for like kids who are obese, who are overweight, and they, you know, give them the surgeries. They have a cardiac weight loss program, which is where my mom fits in, where most of those patients get emergency bariatric surgery. And it's funny because since I've switched, I've actually lost weight, even though, you know, my diabetes is even better, even though I'm still on those 3 medications, I've actually lost weight. And it's just amazing how when your environment is better and you are actually being motivated and encouraged, it's amazing how the body responds and how the mind responds. After my surgery, I will be on a liquid diet for about a week. Many programs send you into a pureed food stage, but this facility doesn't. This weight loss program, they don't do the pureed. They literally go from you eating drinking your liquids for about a week to 2 weeks to solid foods. There is no pureed food stage here. They really want us to chew our food. That's like a really big thing with them. They say we're in the real world. In the real world, people chew their food. They don't want us, pureeing our foods. They just want us to go straight into a soft food diet. Now, I know all of this because I've had my pre-op class. There are different, 4-hour-long classes that you have to attend. I've had my pre-op class, and also my mom started month 3 not too long ago, so I've also been helping her heal, and she's fully healed. She's on solid food. She's eating raw vegetables. She's eating chicken. She's getting her protein in. She's getting her water in. I know a lot of weight loss programs and a lot of surgeons out there highly recommend protein shakes, but at this place they do not. I kind of like that as well because I'm eating all of my protein, so I like that. I'm a little nervous, but I'm just excited to start this journey. Like I said, my surgery's in 3 days, and I'll probably be uploading this by Sunday, so really my surgery's basically tomorrow from you guys watching this. I'm gonna come back probably about a week to 2 weeks after I have my surgery and just tell you guys what I experienced, what I'm experiencing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you have any private questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram in the description box down below. If you DM me, a private message, and you really want to know who my surgeon is, then I'll tell you. It's no big deal. Yeah, it's crazy how life works, and yeah, I'm just glad it worked out like this, really. That's my story. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope I've helped some of you know how to start. I highly recommend going to talk to your primary care physician first, or getting a referral to a dietitian. Make sure they're a licensed dietitian because your insurance has to approve it, unless you're paying out of pocket, because there are people who pay out of pocket, but my surgery will be covered 100% by my insurance. I will not be paying anything. Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like a video about how the process works with your insurance and what certain insurances do. When I see you guys, I'll be a changed person. Bye guys, thanks for watching.